Thank you for attending KaiGreece 2021 and our presentation. My name is Panayiotis Andreou, and on behalf of our team, I will present our work entitled RABIT Reflective Analytics for Business Intelligence. Our presentation will start with the introduction, which will present the motivation of this work, followed by a short review of the literature and related technologies. We will then present the RABIT platform and its main components. Next, we will present our preliminary evaluation of RABIT, and finally, we will present our conclusions and highlight some key areas for future work. Gartner, the world's leading research and advisory company, highlights the importance of data analysts for digital transformation success. Indeed, data analysts have become essential in today's enterprises, effectively managing data and analytics and using them as competitive weapons driving companies forward in the global economy. However, data analysts are humans, and as such, they have different characteristics, such as expertise, know-how, and experience, allowing them to design and implement different workflows to solve data analytics challenges. Despite their differences, analysts operate within the same work environment and are exposed to the same tools. This means that the quality of their output largely depends on the different options and configurations of the analytics workflow, which is guided by each individual analyst's wisdom and domain expertise. The objective of RABIT is to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of analytical workflows within the organization. And to accomplish this, we will first need to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of data analysts, and then identify and share best practices. In this work, we explore how reflective analytics can be used to empower data analysts by allowing them to reflect on both the absolute and relative effectiveness and efficiency of their workflows. Our literature review investigated different techniques for monitoring and tracking the user's interactions with a system. Firstly, we investigated self-tracking, which enables individuals to observe and analyze different kinds of behavioral, biological, physical, or environmental data related to the individual, providing opportunities for reflection and self-growth, establishing baselines for comparison and identifying areas of improvement. In some countries, such as the US, health and well-being tracking, in particular, has become a mainstream practice, with studies showing that 60% of individuals track their weight, diet, and exercise routine regularly. User behavior is typically recorded as part of a user model, which may incorporate other dimensions such as physical, biological, or emotional state of the user. Reflective analytics utilizes learning analytics and educational data mining to explore aspects of reflection such as self-reflection and self-awareness, and has been applied successfully for many years, primarily in the context of education and learning. These techniques enable users to gain insight of their behavior, such as good practices and bottlenecks, peers with similar behavior, and identification of best practices. This also allows for understanding the performance of groups and providing baselines for comparison. Consequently, by understanding individual, group, and organizational performance, we can compare and provide recommendations. We have also performed an analysis of several systems and platforms that support different forms of reflective analytics. Our analysis revealed that the majority lack support of seamlessly capturing group reflection data in real time, but instead they employ targeted data collection methods that require the employee's explicit involvement, which is intrusive and disruptive in some cases to the overall user experience. RABIT employs appropriate profiling mechanisms that collect quantitative information regarding the efficiency and effectiveness of an analyst's entire methodology. The analyst or manager first states the particular purpose of the analysis, for example, to identify why sales of product X of category Y have decreased during the last month. Thereafter, throughout the analysis lifecycle's different tasks, such as the definition, implementation, execution, observation, investigation of analysis outcomes, the platform seamlessly records interactions such as the navigation, the type of steps involved in the analysis, their configurations, and of course timestamps. At the end of the entire analysis process, the platform provides a summative assessment of the analyst methodology by generating information regarding different aspects of the process, such as the duration and frequency of each individual task performed, and the fallback effort that was required during the analysis. The data are then aggregated and summarized appropriately to produce descriptive statistics for each data analyst, but also for teams and the organization. The results are further analyzed to accumulate the collective intelligence of various users, which is later shared through the corresponding reflection dashboards. This allows for comparing productivity performance and identifying users that may contribute to the identification of effective practices. The results of the analysis are portrayed in different dashboards. 4 distinct reflection dashboards are available, which analyze the number and type of attributes dimensions used, as well as the time spent on analysis at different levels. The individual workflow construction reflection includes information such as the number of analyses created and the average time in seconds taken to create this, the cumulative number of times a dimension was used in analysis development, and the total number of times a single or combination of dimensions were used. The individual exploration reflection analyzes the frequency and time performance of different dimensions of analytical tasks and allows users to see, for example, how many times a data dimension was seen and the average gaze time of the user for a specific dimension in all of the analysis explored. Finally, the group and organizational reflections aggregate and summarize the information to provide reflection data about groups of users or the organization performance as a whole. In this video, we present an example of the individual reflection dashboard accompanied by analysis at the group and organizational level. The RABIT platform was deployed and tested in a real environment in a company that specializes in consumer and retail research. In particular, the company provides analytical services to outlets of different types and sizes, such as supermarkets, groceries, and kiosks, as well as manufacturers and distributors. A total of 10 users were recruited for the trial, 7 female and 3 male, of different expertise levels, such as junior analyst, senior analyst, and expert analysts. The trial was executed in a controlled setting where users were asked to address simple and complex business questions, such as what is the main competitor of product X for a specific period, and why are the company sales increasing while the market share is decreasing. At the end, the participants were asked to evaluate first the functionality of the platform using a questionnaire composed of Likert scale questions. The users were then asked to assess the usability of the platform using a questionnaire constructed based on the user experience questionnaire guidelines. The functionality evaluation results show that most participants responded positively, that is, agree or strongly agree, in most of the questions, indicating an overall satisfaction with the main functionalities provided by the platform. The overall satisfaction was 80%. It is interesting to note that the only functionality for which participants were split was related to the availability of the analysis of dimensions that they are using repeatedly. 40% of the participants were satisfied with this functionality and 40% were not satisfied. Moreover, 40% of the participants did not like the functionality, providing the total time an analysis was used. After further analyzing the data and participants' responses, we identified that the data engineers, that is 2 participants, provided primarily negative responses to the functionality questions. We believe that this was the case because data engineers first have established processes that they are repeating every reporting period, and second, they are working as a single closed group, therefore comparison with other groups is not useful to them. Overall, it seemed that reflection was not of interest to data engineers of this organization. The usability evaluation results show that the majority of the participants responded positively in all the usability questions, indicating that they were overall satisfied with the usability of the platform. More specifically, the majority of the participants found the system easy to learn, use and navigate within, liked the user interface, and found it pleasant to use. Finally, 60% of the participants agreed that the information provided by the platform was helpful for them to improve their work. RABIT is a platform that allows users to reflect effectively and efficiently, making their work fast, allowing them to identify problems and inefficiencies, and making reporting simpler. The system is intuitive, fast, user-friendly, and easy to use. For the future, we plan to build a more comprehensive user model that formally models experience and other user characteristics such as cognitive factors. Furthermore, we would like to deploy and test the applicability of RABIT in different application domains such as regulatory tech. Finally, we would like to also explore how gamification concepts such as acknowledging best practices can be used in conjunction with reflection to boost individual and group performance. Thank you for your attention.